You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, CBS soap opera fans. It's Soap Dirt on YouTube, and we have got your Young and the Restless early edition spoilers for June 19th through 23rd. We are very excited to give you 4 spoilers for that week ahead that have already come out, and then once the full range of Young and the Restless spoilers are out for next week, we'll do another video with all that laid out for you. But for right now, we're going to dig into the early snippets that we have that are very exciting. Hey, if you haven't already, please reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Young and the Restless spoilers, casting news, fun videos, all the good stuff you want to know about your favorite CBS soap opera. All right, let's dig in. The first early spoiler we have is that Victor Newman sees a different side to Adam Newman. What side of Adam could be a different side that Victor hasn't seen yet? Well, I have a theory. First, Adam is over the moon enthused about this baby girl that he is having with Sally Spectra. And he definitely loves Sally and wants her to be in his life. He wants the baby in his life. And he's made this very clear to his dad that he wants to be the one who winds up with Sally. Yet, he is not openly and actively scheming against Nick. And Adam is a pretty aggressive schemer. When he wants something and there's not a direct route to it, he will find a twisty, nefarious route to get what he wants. But this time, he's being open, he's being honest. He's being honest with both Nick and Sally that he loves Sally and he wants to be with her. But as long as she wants to be with Nick, then he's just going to be there co-parenting. So maybe that's what Victor is seeing. There also is this side of Adam where he is determined to be there to support Sally and this baby during her difficult pregnancy, whether Nick is there or not, but especially now with Nick stepping away, he's even more determined. And then Adam also talked recently to Sally about how he is working very hard because he wants to build McCall up into a company that he could maybe run with their daughter one day and, his son Connor. So he's in love, but he's not acting crazy. He's excited about this baby, but he's not acting crazy. He's being ambitious at work, but he's not going over the top crazy. So maybe that's the different side that Victor sees of his son. Okay, another interesting early edition spoiler for next week is that Sharon Newman leans on Chance Chancellor. Okay, where the heck is Nick? Why isn't she leaning on Nick? Because as soon as this Cameron Kirsten issue came up, Nick has pretty much been at Sharon's beck and call. And of course, Nutty Cameron killed Faith's cat Borgnine, and now he's kidnapped Faith. And you're going to see at the end of this week that Cameron made plans with them to meet at one place, but he was lurking in Sharon's house the whole time. That's that terrifying horror movie trope where you figure out the phone call is coming from inside the house and the maniac's in there with you. And the maniac is in there with her. But Nick just duct taped a knife to Sharon's thigh. So if Cameron didn't hear that or wasn't eavesdropping on it from being upstairs, maybe he doesn't know she has a knife. Maybe she gets the better of him and then Chance is comforting her. I also think one of the reasons that Sharon is leaning on Chance is because Nick Newman may be pulled away for Sally pregnancy problems. Towards the end of this week, like June 15th, 16th, we're going to see Sally Spectra in a lot of pain, doubled over, about to collapse in society while she's over there having a meal with Adam. And of course, he's terrified. She keeps having these pains and they keep telling her it's preeclampsia and it could be putting her health at risk and the baby's health at risk. So maybe Sally's pregnancy crisis worsens and that's why Nick is over there taking care of that. Alternately, maybe Nick is back arrested because he did something to Cameron and it isn't easy to say that it's self-defense. Who knows? But it is kind of strange that Sharon's leaning on Chance rather than Nick. All right, another spoiler and a fan favorite coming back. We have got Tracy Abbott back. Beth Maitland is back as Tracy Abbott, and she is walking right into the middle of a Newman civil war. This is a brother versus sister battle. and everybody is taking sides. There's Ashley versus Jack. There's Ashley versus Diane. There's Jack versus Tucker. And then there's Summer versus Diane, with Billy trying to keep things peaceable, with Abby definitely on her uncle's side and not her mom's side, and just wanting Tucker gone. Tracy comes home to a big fat mess and tries to get things sorted. Right now, Jack and Ashley are kind of trying to race each other to the altar. They both want to hire their fiance at the company, and they're both plotting to get the other one out of there. Ashley's talking about tearing down parts of the house to make room for Tucker. They are just going all out to aggravate each other, and so Tracy Abbott's return is timely. Maybe she can be the voice of reason. Maybe she can get these people to calm down and act like adults. I doubt it, though, because Ashley and Jack are in a full-scale Petty Betty war right now. All right, our last early edition spoiler for the week of June 19th is Nikki questions Vicky's motives. I mean, haven't we all questioned Victoria's motives over the past many months? She's just out of control. She's a narcissistic, cheating megalomaniac with deep-seated daddy issues, deep-seated brother issues, and just, she feels like she's out of control, like she's a crackhead, but her next hit is a sketchy business deal or stealing somebody's boyfriend. I don't know. I just feel like she's wildly out of control. And she talked this week about putting Nick Newman on a leave of absence because of his arrest for allegedly assaulting Cameron. And already Nate and Audra Charles are conspiring to try to get both Nick and Nikki out so that they can move into the upper echelons of power at Newman Enterprises. And if Vicky does sideline Nick, she already said out loud that she would put Nate into that role. So when Nikki questions Victoria's motives, I wonder if this is about her pressing for Nick to take a step back. Because not only does Victoria want to reward Nate for cheating on Elena and choosing her, she also doesn't want to see Nick every day. I believe that. I believe it because Nick is like the Jiminy Cricket on her shoulder, that voice of conscience saying, maybe you shouldn't be doing this. And I think Victoria wants to do what she wants to do and doesn't want Nick in her face about it. So I tend to think she's going to try and invent some way to get him out of the company. And let's be real, Nick shouldn't be too surprised because she's done everything she can to get her other brother out of Newman Enterprises, right? So next week looks like it's going to be really hot on Y&R. If you haven't already, please reach down and click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our casting news, spoilers, and all the things you want to know about Young and the Restless. So next week we've got Sharon leaning on Chance. We've got Victor taking a sort of a different look at Adam. We've got Tracy Abbott back and trying to quell this civil war before it turns nuclear and rips the family apart. And we have got Nikki wondering what Victoria is up to. I think we all wonder what she's up to.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.